call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakadash that belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who will well. I am not a member of Great Millstone, yet I have entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the brothers and sisters who are doing this, fulfilling their lot wherever they may be, whatever that mission is. All right, man, I'm just going to roll in the spirit. Hopefully, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai works with me. So I just was reading Psalms 95, the short one. But we'll go over it, and I pray that precepts start to ring. And if not, I'll just put them in the comment board. So here we go. Oh, come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. And we understand that King David has also said that as well, that Yahweh is our rock. Or at this present time, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is our rock. Verse 2, let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise unto him with songs. For the Lord is a great power, indeed he is, and a great king above all gods. So that is above the gods of Kemet, that is above the lowercase g gods of Christianity, which are not. They put the veneer of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, but it ain't them. And I did a video yesterday showing what Christianity stands on, and you can go throughout history and search and see what Christianity stands on. And it is not the principles of the Bible. It is not the law, statutes, and commandments given only to the Israelites, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the scattered children, the scattered sheep. Verse 4, in his hand are the deep places of the earth. The strength of the hills is in his also. And all of these things will be found out soon. We just got to go through that straight gate. And I'm praying for myself and for all of you, the sincere, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua puts the spirit on us to withstand the implications of his coming. So everything that comes with him arriving, I don't think we truly understand. You can read it, but we ain't really going to understand until we see it. But that's okay, because I'm quoting the scripture loosely. My servants shall eat, and while they go hungry, and will drink and have water, and be merry. Loosely translated. No, I'm sorry, not translated. Loosely paraphrased. Let's see. Hold on. Maybe. What is that? I don't remember that one off the top of my head. Boom. It's Isaiah 65 and 13. I'll pull it up in this one so we don't lose Psalms 95. Or we'll leave. You know what? We'll leave it in the NLT. Psalms, what was it, 65 and 13? Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it in the NLT and see how it reads. Nope, too far. 13. What? Am I not seeing? 65, right? Oh, I'm in Psalm, man. Isaiah, Salakia. Good grief. I said Psalms on the old one and confused myself. Isaiah 65. Judgment and final salvation. That's what I like these titles at the top, because there ain't no way to misconstrue it. Final salvation. So let's go to 13. Let's see. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. My servants will eat, but you will starve. My servants will drink, but you will be thirsty. My servants will rejoice, but you will be sad and ashamed. My servants will sing for joy, but you will cry in sorrow and despair. Your name will be a curse word among my people. So you can even kind of see that now, because you should be feeling it. I feel like I want this thing to kick off, and I haven't even been in this truth that long. So imagine the elders and apostles that we've learned from. They've been in this thing longer than I've been alive, and that is the patience, in the faith of the saints right there, because they knew that is strong faith that is given to them by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And we should be praying for that same faith. But I feel like the way things are now, they're vexing and you feel out of place. And I get to thinking, I ponder, like, if shit hit the fan, like it might, what I'm saying, it might be all right, and I only feel like that because, I have faith and I believe in our creator of Yah, in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, so verse 5. The sea is his, and he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. And it behooves us to do it now, before you're forced to kneel. And that pride gets pulled out of you. It behooves us to be humble, because we are the transgressors in this equation. Yahweh gave us laws. He gave us a covenant. We broke it. He gave us a way out, which is Yahweh Shai, whom you ignorantly refer to as Jesus. His name meaning, Yahweh Shai's name meaning he delivers, or he is the Savior. Yahweh, who is his Father, who is our Father of us all, the Father of spirits, which is a title of his, one of his many titles. His name means he is, or he exists. That's why when he told Moses, tell him that I am, you don't say I am, we say he is, because we are not speaking of ourselves. All right, verse 7, for he is our power, or he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your heart. Let's read that again. Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your heart. What is that? Psalms 95. Let's go and let's see how it reads in the NLT. Now we're really going to Psalms. And he speaks through the men who preach this like doctrine, from the elders and apostles on down. The Lord is not going to appear to you in a dream and tell you something. He speaks through his apostles and his prophets and the men who are out there on the highways and byways risking their lives. Well, where did we leave off at? Verse 6? Yeah, verse 7. Let's see how it reads in 7. Or we'll start the 6. Come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker, for he is our God. We are the people he watches over, the flock under his care. If only you would listen to his voice today, the Lord says, do not harden your hearts, as Israel did in Meribah, and as they did at Massah in the wilderness. For there your ancestors tested and tried my patience. What is the definition of an ancestor? If you're an Edomite, can you claim ancestry to our lineage, our forefathers who were in the wilderness for 40 days, or for 40 years wandering because they were stiff-necked? You cannot, because you are not a part of that bloodline. Let's just make it simple. A person typically one more remote than a grandparent from whom one is descendant. So, how do two different races descend from each other? How do two different seed lines descend from each other? Another type of animal or plant? Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, so that's the first one. Matter of fact, let's see what you got. Time rank you 4-time eldest first forefather. So you get it. You see. Too far. All right. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what is the title? What does the title say in there? There ain't one. Okay. Usually it's like Psalm of some. Let's see. Nope. All right. So let's go to verse 8. Harden not your heart as we read, as in the provocation as they did in temptation in the wilderness. Verse 9. When your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my work. 40 years long was I grieved with this generation, and said, it is a people that do err in their heart. And we see the same thing today. 2/3 of our people have erred in their heart, chasing after everything but what they should. And they have not known my ways. Did we, prior to us waking up? You did whatever, you said whatever, you slept with whoever. It was just a lawlessness, and all you had to do was get up go to church on Sunday or Saturday if you're a 7-day Adventist, and Jesus, 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 and sing in the choir and donate, and you go back to your nigger ways and your foolishness Monday through Sunday, or Monday through Saturday, or Monday through Friday, whatever it was. So rejoice and thank Yahweh Bashim Yahushua every day that He gave you this truth. Because what's to go back to? Look at how niggas act in the world. What you want to go back to that for? If you've been made alive, why would you want to go die again? Verse 11. Unto whom I swear in my wrath that they should not enter in my rest. Now, this is speaking unto that first generation that was freed, delivered from the Exodus. Not delivered from the Exodus, delivered from the Egyptians in the book of Exodus. And they wandered in the wilderness 40 days and 40. Dang, I can't get my words together. They wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's who this is pertaining to. But, according to the book of Micah, he is, I am Yahweh, I change not, right? So if he swore his wrath unto his own people, what do you think? I forget where this is at. I think it's Malachi. Wicked. I can't spell this. All right. Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation with forever. We can go up to verse 2. We kind of went backwards. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. And it ain't just for this, for all the heathen. And we know who our enemies are. I think it's Psalms 83, if I'm not mistaken, is the list of our enemies. I think. Let's see. I think it's 83. And he said, unto whom he sware his wrath. Psalms 83. Let me make it. Yep, they have taken crafty counsel against thee. They have come and said, let us cut them off from being a nation. All right. So that's enough to incur the Father's wrath, don't you think? Tabernacles of Edom, verse 6 is the first one. Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, who is just the chief house of Edom. Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, and as to Laban, at the brook of Kison. Now you look that up. Go see what happened at Sisera. Go look that up for yourself. All right. So all of these are our enemies, and the Lord has a bone to pick with all of them, starting with Esau, Edom. So it ain't no way around it. They can try to make whatever they want to make right, but it ain't gonna happen. Why? Because Psalm 95:11 says, unto whom I swear in my wrath, that they should not enter into my rest. Now, when I say that, of course, this is to our people because they wandered again the wilderness for 40 years, and they pissed the Lord off. So He was like, all right, cool. I told you wasn't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. So how much more is what I'm saying? If he said this to his own people, to the heathen, who he swore his wrath on, he said he'd had indignation with Esau forever, which they're not incorporated into the promise to get rest. But the point I'm making is that they've incurred his wrath, and that ain't going nowhere. So nothing can be misconstrued about me trying to say anything that they were, linking them into the promise. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. Only point I'm making is that if the first part that the Lord say He mad, then He gonna be mad, and you can't alleviate that as a heathen. If He said He's had indignation with Esau forever, then that's just what it is. Ain't no overturning that. Ain't no amount of controlling the narrative in your media gonna change that. So hopefully you're edified by this. Shalom.